What's good, YouTube? It's your homie Lunar. Long time no see. It's been a minute. Who's in the mood for a TCAP commentary? Oh, you were in the mood for a TCAP commentary? Wow, that's incredible. I'm in the mood to do one. And you're in the mood for a TCAP commentary about Michael Patterson? Well, I'll be damned. That's one hell of a coincidence. Let's get started, shall we?
All right, John Raven.
Oh, look at this, man. Check it out. We got Frag here dressed up like a grape, dude. He looks like a big grape with a Walmart watch on. He's got the Walmart Rolex drip, dude. Let's go.
At 7 p.m. on Saturday night, a perverted justice decoy starts chatting online with a man from Indiana, 5.5 hours away from our undercover house.
Did he? Oh my God, 5.5 hours, bro. That's such a long drive. Hold on. Did he say?
Green, Kentucky, Indiana, 5.5 hours away. Saturday night.
Saturday night, bro. It's Saturday night. This guy drove 5 hours on a Saturday night. Bro, what?
Online with a man from Indiana. 5.5 hours.
5.5 hours
in Bowling Green.
That's
Kentucky.
dedication.
I figured, there's no way this guy's going to come.
Calling himself John Raven.
I don't know. If he's driving 5.5 hours, I think he's planning to come.
2000, he tells the decoy, who is posing as a 13-year-old, that he's 24 and says,
he drove 5.5 hours on a Saturday night as a 24-year-old man. You're in the prime of your life. You're 24 years young. Like, the world is your oyster, dude. At 24, the world is your fucking oyster. You're the man. Like, at 24, by default, you're the man. Especially, I don't think he had any kids. I don't think he had a real serious criminal record up to that point. Like, dude, you're childless. You have no criminal record. Like, you're 24 years young. You're on top of the world. What are you doing driving 5.5 hours to boink a 13-year-old on Saturday night? There are no other available legal women in your age range or near it within a 5-hour fucking radius? Seriously?
I'm too old to do anything with you. But that doesn't last long. Soon after, the sex talk begins. He asks the decoy about her last boyfriend.
Did you him?
Yeah? Why you want to know that?
I just do.
Okay. See, I ain't no baby.
Would you do it to me?
Would you want me to?
Yes.
Yeah, it would be cool to try stuff out. You're cute.
The chat continues for
God.
another 20 minutes. Then he gets in his car and starts driving.
Bro,
He's known the decoy for less than 2 hours. During the long drive,
They chatted for less than 2 hours. Think about this. He drove more than twice the amount of time that they had been chatting online. Like, that is insane. Okay, we've only been chatting for 2 hours, and now I'm going to get in the car and drive 5.5 hours. That is fucking insane. What?
he talks to the decoy on the phone and reveals more about himself.
We just got off the phone with the guy who's claiming to be a cop. We don't know that he is, but he says he carries his gun everywhere with him.
So now we have to assume that John Raven 2000 is a police officer and he's armed.
The security people were really...
I mean, if he's not a cop, he's at least a Mensa member. You know what I mean? If he's not a cop, he's at least a certifiable, like, verifiable genius for sure. I mean, if he is a cop, he's got to be the smartest cop in the entire world. Like,
great and instructing me as to what to do, and the first and foremost important thing was the safety.
Here comes 24-year-old Michael Patterson. He actually made the 5.5-hour drive to meet a 13-year-old for sex. Casey has been instructed to make certain the man is unarmed.
Hey!
Oh my God.
You didn't really bring your gun with you, did you? Because that kind of freaks me out.
No,
Well, you said you always carry it with you.
it's in my car.
I don't believe you.
Seriously, look.
Lift up your shirt. Turn around.
I can't believe this doesn't tip you off. I can't believe this doesn't tip you off. This girl has her head sticking out the door of the house. And she's giving you instructions like the TSA, bro. Like she's like you're at the airport getting ready to get on a plane. It's just, sir, please lift up your shirt. Please empty out your pockets. Turn around. Take off your shoes. Like what the fuck? How fucking down bad do you have to be? How fucking absolutely like down bad do you have to be to do all of this in the first place? To do even a fucking tenth of this in the first place, but then to get to the house. And you have this incredibly suspect, like this little girl sticks her head out the window. Hey, I don't trust you. You said you have a gun. Get out and get out and let's do a strip search like I'm the TSA agent at the airport. Like, what the fuck, bro? Oh my god. Yeah, let's see the ankles, boy. Get the ankles out.
Your other pocket.
Come on, you gotta trust me. I don't have it on me here.
I got the okay to let him in the house. All right, I guess I believe.
Yeah, you gotta trust me, babe, because I drove 5 hours after only knowing you for 2 hours, so I'm placing an enormous trust in you. I'm gonna need you to reciprocate a little bit here, hon.
Close your door. Come on in.
Quit being a weenie.
Quit being a weenie.
Oh, I wasn't sure. You said you always carried it with you. I wasn't sure because you said you always carried it. He just continued to joke about it, and the cops and the security were, you know, still keeping a really strong eye on him because you never know. So you're a cop, not a detective?
Detective, yeah. I'm a lieutenant.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So you're excited?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Are you excited?
Yeah.
So, what do you want to do?
Where's your room at? Let's go through the house. Look at it. This is a huge house.
Yeah, it is pretty big. It's nice, though.
Oh, God. My hair's a mess.
So, Lieutenant, what are we investigating tonight?
Look at the way he perked up, dude. And then that look at that smile that he's got that awkward, goofy smile, like, oh, not really doing anything, actually, sir. Not a whole lot, you know. Let's see that perk up again, dude.
God.
Let's see that.
My hair's a mess.
So, Lieutenant.
So, Lieutenant.
Look at that shit, dude. He just comes to life, bro. He just, oh, shit. Oh, God. It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
What's up?
What are we investigating tonight?
Nothing much.
What's your plan here?
I just drove down here to
And how long was the drive?
5.5 hours.
He even lets out a little gasp. He even lets out a little chuckle. He's like, he realizes how ridiculous it is. 5.5 hours, bro. 5.5 hours, dude.
What was the drive?
5.5 hours.
Now, what would motivate somebody to drive 5.5 hours to come here to this house?
I don't know, sir.
But you got to know. You're the one who did the driving.
I know.
Now, you're a lawman. So if you're doing the interview, what would you want to know most?
Basically, why was I here?
Yeah, why were you here?
I'm just, I'm just lonely. I don't have anybody, and I need somebody to talk to.
You knew she was 13. She told you.
And I was kind of worried.
He says he doesn't have anybody, but he's married. Okay, and I mean, apparently the marriage was like on the rocks. I think he ended up getting a divorce shortly before this or sometime around this. Like, so whatever. And yeah, there are marriages that happen where you feel isolated. You feel like you can't really talk to your spouse anymore. Like there's a distance that grows between spouses and they feel like they can't talk to each other. But dude, if you're lonely and you don't have anybody, you know, in the words of Chris, go find a church group or a saloon to go to. I don't know that there are any saloons left after 1890, but you know, I don't know. Go find some, like, go somewhere. Dude, go to the bowling alley. Like, no, don't go to the bowling alley. Kids go to the bowling alley. I don't know, dude. Go to the local car show. Go somewhere that's like age appropriate and meet people there. If you don't have anybody, that's understandable. Loneliness happens. You know, this was 20 years ago, or almost 20 years ago. So this was before the modern quote unquote loneliness epidemic, you know. Okay, fair enough. Like, even in 2007, bitch, go outside. I was around in 2007, man. I was a young cat back then. I was like 16, but still, like, there were places to go. There was shit to do. You know? Shit.
I told her she was 5 years older. I don't mind talking to her,
But you kept talking anyway.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know what to do with me. Am I supposed to know what to do with old men? Only with me. So this is funny.
Glad you find it funny, Michael. Glad it's comical, buddy.
What happened to a police officer who gets caught doing something like this?
Well, really bad could happen.
How long have you been in law enforcement?
Just a year now.
Explain to me why somebody with apparently so much going on would take that risk. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me.
I'm going through a divorce partially, and
So that makes it okay.
no, it's not okay. It'll never be okay. Not for anybody.
What do you suppose your chief's going to say about this?
He's gonna be too happy.
Well, there's something you got to know. And it's I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on adults who try to meet young teens online for sex.
I apologize, man to man.
All right.
He gathers up all his belongings and heads to the door, apparently thinking the worst is over. Because of
All
the
right,
possibility
folks.
that Patterson is
The
armed,
moment you
the
came
officer
for.
acts more quickly than usual, calling out to him as soon as he opens the door.
Sheriff's office.
Oh,
Patterson steps back into the house, and an officer shoots him with a taser gun. Only one toe stays attached,
look at that
so the
shit.
taser is unable to shock him and drop him to the ground.
oh. Dude, chill out. They're cops. Like, they're dressed like cops. It's not even ambiguous. They're not like plain clothes. They're dressed like cops. Yeah, your ass is getting arrested because you tried to boink an 8th grader, dude, when you're 24 years old. Like, the cops are going to take you to jail for that, bro. You're not getting jumped by her dad and her uncles or her brothers or whatever. Chill the fuck out, dude. Making a mountain out of a molehill, bro. Like, you know what I mean? You're acting like you're getting, you know what I mean? He's making this like, he's acting like he's getting fucking taken down, like he's Osama bin Laden or something, or fucking Saddam Hussein, you know, after those guys got. Like, you're not in that situation, dude. You're gonna go to jail. They're gonna put you in the fucking jail because you tried to boink a kid, dude. Chill. It's not that deep. I mean, it is that deep. Like, what you did is horrible, but you're not in that, you're not being, your life's not on the line, Michael. Chill out. Reel it in, dude. And imagine, dude, if you will, imagine for a second. I kind of lost the plot there for a second. Imagine, if you will, driving 5.5 hours. Like, let's take all of the fucking variables out of the equation that make this truly egregious, right? Let's erase the fact, well, for now, just let's overlook the fact that she's 13. Let's say hypothetically she was 18 or 19, legal age, and, you know, whatever. Let's say that was the case. Imagine driving 5.5 hours. You've only talked to this girl for a little while on the internet. You've only chatted with this person for a little while on the internet, but you've been on the phone a little bit. You know, so there's a reasonable expectation that you might get laid. You're driving 5.5 hours. You're going to expect to get something at the end of that rainbow, to quote Lieutenant Kelly from the HVP stuff back in the day. You're going to expect to have something at the end of that rainbow, right? So imagine 5.5 hours. And again, let's say this was not a child, but let's say hypothetically it was a grown woman. That would be bad enough. Driving 5.5 hours just to get the ultimate blue balls, just to be told, haha, yeah, I was just kidding. No, I'm not going to fuck you. Get the fuck out of here. Haha, you drove 5.5 hours, wasted a bunch of gas. That would be bad enough. But then, like, this guy drove 5.5 hours. Now he's got to have blue balls. He's going to jail. He's exposed in front of the whole world. Like, and to top all of that off, you have one of the most memorable captures in TCAP history. You have one of the only real captures, if you will. They don't normally have to capture the guys that are getting caught on these streets. They just go out and arrest them. You know, I guess technically, legally, they're captured in the sense that whatever, they're like apprehended and arrested and whatever. But seldom do they have to be chased down. You get to be remembered as being one of the guys who got chased down, and then when they caught you, you screamed and you rolled on the floor like a little bitch. Oh, God, help me. Imagine, like, 5.5 hours just to do that. You could have just stayed home and jerked off, dude. You could have just stayed home. And also, I mean, it's bad enough, but you drove 5.5 hours to get Becky from an 8th grader, dude. You didn't even drive, like, it would be bad. It's all bad, but, like, you're that deranged that you drove 5.5 hours just to get a blowjob. Just to get a blowjob. Like, if you're that desperate that you'll drive 5.5 hours for some sloppy toppy from a child, then imagine, like, what this guy would do to kids in his immediate vicinity if they were down. You know, these guys should have never been let out of prison. I really believe that. Anyway, It's just disgusting. Anyway.
Patterson is cuffed. He's brought outside and taken away to the local police station. The officers search his car, but they find him
Look at that face. Look at that.
To the local police station. The officers search.
That's a guy who's just been completely owned, dude. That's a guy. Look at that. Owned. Owned. Owned, bro. Absolutely owned, bro. Let's go.
Officers search his car and find a loaded gun. One in the chamber.
And they found his gun.
And handcuffs. Later, he
I shouldn't be laughing because this guy really was a dangerous person. Like, I mean, for one, I shouldn't laugh for real. It's just so absurd. It's all so absurd. But really, this guy was dangerous. Any guy that would do this to begin with, that would talk to a kid and show up to fuck, is horrible. But a guy that would chat for 2 hours, like, that's insane. 2 hours, you don't even have enough time to get to know somebody, like even kind of acquainted with somebody, bro. Like, what? I don't even do raids on World of Warcraft with people I haven't known that long, bro. You know what I mean? Usually, like, I don't know, man. That's weird. That's weird. Unless we just don't have, like, we really need someone in the raid and we just can't find them. I don't know. God. That's dangerous, though. And he showed up with a gun and handcuffs, too. So that's, like, you know what I mean? What if she didn't want to give him that Becky? What if he shows up and he wants Becky and she's like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling you. And he's like, oh, Beck, okay, well, you're going to be feeling this gun. And he goes out and gets the gun, or goes out and gets handcuffs and the gun. Who knows, you know? Like, by itself, his actions are bad. But showing up with the gun, come on, bro. That's next level crazy, dude.
And answer questions.
I'd like to discuss with you why you're here.
Now we hear the truth about the man claiming to be a detective. He tells the agent that he was only on the police force for a few months as a trainee before he was thrown off.
It was a traffic violation. I violated their SOP, their standard operating procedure.
He was out of his jurisdiction in his personal car using police lights.
I got some blue and red lights and I put them in my car. It was thrown out of court. So they dismissed me for that, but it was thrown out.
How long ago was that?
Just like a month ago.
I don't know enough to really speak on any of this here, but yeah, I wouldn't trust this guy. Like, I wouldn't trust this guy as a cop. Obviously, his judgment is terrible. Thank God he, like, lost his career as a cop, or whatever the hell he was going to be doing. He was just a trainee, so thankfully that never took, because I don't trust this guy as a cop, you know. Even without the pedo stuff, like, say he never showed up to boink the kid, he never even had the chat or anything like that. If he's willing to use, you know, blue and red lights outside of his jurisdiction, you know, on his own, I'm assuming he meant his own personal car. Like, that's just terrible judgment, and there's too many people that are pretending to be cops. There's too many people out there that are LARPing as cops. You know, if you're an actual, like, real cop, then, you know, it is what it is, right? Like, that's fair game. You got lights on your car, you know, you're a cop, you got to have them. But if you're just some, like, try-hard, wannabe tough guy, wannabe cop guy riding around with lights on your personal car, like, get fucked. You can fuck right off.
But according to the local prosecutor, the case wasn't dismissed. He still faces the charge of impersonating a police officer.
Impersonating a police officer, yeah, this guy can go straight to hell. Impersonating police officer and then trying to boink kids. This guy's just a menace to society. A genuine menace to society. This guy deserved to be under the jail.
That wasn't his only run-in with the law. Patterson charged more than 14.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. This guy was also a credit card scammer. Or also, he not a scammer per se, but he apparently received someone. Hold on, I'll let Chris explain it.
Dollars on a credit card that had been mistakenly sent to him.
Yeah, someone accidentally had a, you know, credit card mailed to him. It was like a mistaken address or whatever, accidentally put down the wrong address. And Michael Patterson is the kind of dipshit who gets that credit card in the mail. He's like, ooh, this was supposed to go to Michael J. Patterson, or actually his name is Michael J. Patterson. This was supposed to go to Michael Jonathan Patterson? Okay, well, I'm Michael J. Patterson. I'm not Michael Jonathan Patterson, but close enough. I guess I'll just take this credit card and use it myself. He's the kind of lunatic who would do that. He's the kind of lunatic who would get your credit card sent to him by mistake. You would accidentally put down an extra digit in your address or accidentally misspell whatever, and he would get the credit card you were supposed to receive and then go to the fucking store and spend $1,400 worth of money on that on whatever he wanted. Absolute Looney Tune, menace to society, good riddance, go to jail. You should still be there.
He pleaded guilty to 1 count of theft, a misdemeanor, served 3 days in jail, and received 1 year probation.
So you had intentions to at least have oral sex with her.
Yeah.
And how old did she tell you that she was?
She said going on 14. I knew I screwed up.
Going on 14, you don't need to add the going on part. She's 13. She's a kid. You don't need to add the going on part, dude. That's ridiculous. She's 13. Just say that.
To a girl that age, I knew. I'm not stupid. I'm not no creep.
Yeah, beg to differ.
Today's date.
All right, and it looks like we've reached the end of the video here. Actually, we'll play this last little part.
It is Sunday, October 21st, 2007.
Actually, yeah, no.
The time is now approximately 2:45 a.m. And what was your reason for coming down?
I really didn't. I wasn't going to.
Wasn't going to what?
I wasn't going to come down here. You probably see it on there on the...
All right, there's like an entire separate video of an interrogation that we could watch, and I'll get into that maybe another time. I just wanted to briefly do a TCAP commentary. I know I've been away for a while, like over a year, and I don't know. I got kind of burnt out on doing YouTube stuff. I wasn't really enjoying it anymore. And then suddenly, recently, the bug kind of bit again, and I was like, man, I miss doing TCAP commentaries. I miss uploading to YouTube, so figured I'd break out the old MacBook, break out the old Streamlabs, and make a vid. So anyway, that's Michael Patterson. We might do another deep dive on him because he actually ended up getting a little bit loopy after prison. I know, imagine this guy getting loopy, right? This guy getting a little weird after going to prison. And by the way, his sentence, I believe he was sentenced to 7 years. He got 7 years, and so it was 7 years of prison and then 10 years of supervised release or probation or something like that. He's been out for a while, so whatever. He had a religious conversion, or I think he was already religious, but he really leaned into his religious faith after prison. Whatever. As long as you're not trying to molest kids anymore, it's whatever. You know, obviously, if you have that guy in your congregation, keep an eye on him. But whatever. You know, if you somehow are able to turn your life around and quit molesting kids, you know, then whatever. I think this guy should still be in prison. I think all the guys who showed up on TCAP should still be in prison. I think attempting to rape kids is something that should just be a life sentence by default, you know, because that's a life sentence for the victim. A child who gets put through that stuff, that's a life sentence for them. And I don't think that these guys should have gotten anywhere as lenient of sentences as they got. That, too, is a subject for another day. We'll get into that another time. I don't know. I'm back. It's Lunar TCAP, baby. We're back. We're always back. I'll be doing a lot of TCAP stuff. I'm going to let this one go now. I'm just rambling. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, etc. What did I used to say? God. Oh, yeah. Have a good day on purpose. That's what... Yeah. This is Lunar TCAP. Have a nice day. Do it on purpose. Bye.